To start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go in Week 11. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And leading the way is their fourth-year QB.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing it again here. Fires right away, but incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Coverage by Max Melton.
Here's the first carry for the rookie out of Notre Dame. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. Coming off a busy week, 5 punts in the loss, and he sends this one away. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this 3rd-year QB.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Taking a shot deep down the field to go. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They've got a man in motion. From the 29. Throwing the out route complete. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. He's got a man left. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Running behind center with right. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. And the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal a little bit tougher here. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get. The Commanders saw something different, and they're letting them know the challenge flag is out.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So a very early challenge, but a good one. Calls overturns, and that's going to unlock a 3rd challenge for them if it gets to that point later in this game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Steelers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been one of the best at leading an offense this season. As you can see, he's at 2nd in the NFL right now in touchdown passes. They put a receiver in motion here left. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Moore's got it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Right up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
This return makes it up to the 25. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. Slot man motioned over. They go play action on first. That's completed right side. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Downfield. Offense.
Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still first down.
Pass play coming here. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. He takes it himself. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a throw. Finds Hyatt. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They're throwing it. The throw is caught. And this one does not go far.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He'll throw it. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers push their lead to 3. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing now on first down. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Setting up a throw. Complete over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a second quarter lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steelers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Moore going to motion over right. Play action on first down. Fryermuth there to bring it in. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Receiver in motion going left. Throwing from the gun here. Hyatt with the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers looking at 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Into traffic, complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down.
And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return coming here from the 12. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Commanders set to take over. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. To throw it on 1st down. Completed to his running back. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Charvarius Ward brings him down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking for a throw here. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And they bring him down around the 34.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Final timeout taken by the Commanders. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down, and when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back to throw it. Complete to Hyatt. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Throwing it just before halftime. Throwing for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Commanders intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end.
All right, Kate.
And with no halftime report this week, it seems, we're going to get right back to the field for the start of quarter number 3. He'll begin his return from the 11. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Commanders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Brought in right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Commanders' 1st down.
Back to throw now. He's got time here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Stays in the pocket.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL where they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hits him on the in route. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers' 1st down. Now looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
He's keeping it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and throw it here. He completes it in traffic. This is ahead for about 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Now we've got some whistles as we see an injured player, and pretty quick to identify. It's Pat Freiermuth who was hurt on the play. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. He's going to throw this one. That one's complete, right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Takes this in at the 25. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. Big kickoff. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. One of the tight ends in motion left. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Hits his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run it from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They go play action on 1st. Moore's got it. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down from the red zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Tremaine Edmonds has it. They're are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete out to the right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's trying to push the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to the air here. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead. The Commanders ready for the punt. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lane. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Able to get it to Moore. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Running right, this is Taylor. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived.
Defense.
Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Running it after the penalty is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. drive starts with an option, right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 37. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They run it from the gun with Wright. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They're now set for 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Looking right, and he finds him. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. First down, he takes the snap. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Washington touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll throw on first. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now, off play action. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Wright running out of the gun. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 29. Has the connection to right. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Third and just 2 to go. Slot man in motion left. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. They'll send out the punting unit. And they could really use a good one here. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So no return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 21. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more. They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. Now to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he... Welcome back, everyone, to the... He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. He sends this one to the end zone. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
It's 4th down.
To throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. They can't end it with a knee, but this would run out some clock. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock, and it's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Nice punt here, and he'll get under this fair catch at the 9. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory.